Oh boy, I needed to take a deep breath in and a very big sigh out, because today is the 14th day of January, and I've been doing the 20 lessons I learned from 2020, and today is the 14th lesson. And I'll just jump in and tell you what that 14th lesson was from 2020 is that I need to learn to love my body unconditionally. And that's interesting because this morning I woke up. Let me back up. Yesterday I had the most amazing day. I felt so good. My head was clear. My body felt good. I was just on point getting things done for my business. And I just felt so inspired. Like, yes, this is how I want to feel all the time. I feel my most radiant self. And after a very tough year of my body giving me lots of challenges, I was like, this is it. This is it. I went to bed feeling great. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, son of a, ew. Had a headache. And some of you may know this, but this past year, my migraines really wanted to take a front row center. And, under all the stress that was happening in my life, it's no wonder that they kicked back up. But also, I am nearing the age of 49, which is my birthday is coming up soon. And with that, there are some very interesting things that kind of change in a woman's body. And of course, you hear about this your whole life. And you're like, whatever, this ain't gonna happen to me. I'm healthy, I'm strong, whatever. That's what everyone else deals with. And then all of a sudden, your hormones start to fluctuate with no rhyme or reason, it seems. And then with that comes a whole host of new experiences in your body. And that was what I was going through this past year, is feeling those shifts in my body. A lot more discomforts. I had to deal with ribs going out, shoulders going out, knee, foot, my low back, and then on top of that, these chronic migraines that were just hitting me so hard. And I'm not talking about once a month. I'm talking about a couple times a week. And the rebounding effects of that. And you just get to a point where they just feel so drained from it. And then, hormones are fluctuating. So then my weight decides to fluctuate too. And then I'm like looking down like, what the hell? What's going on in my body? Like, whose body is this? I get on my yoga mat, which is like my sacred sanctuary. And I'm so used to being in my body and paying attention to my body. And then you get on your mat and sometimes you're like, whoa, like, is this my body? If you're, you might remember this movie, like, what is it? The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Sometimes I'm like, did someone invade my body overnight? Because I'm like, this is not it. And, but it is. And so it was just, and that plays a lot of mind tricks on you as well. And so, I didn't gain weight because the COVID-19 15 or I don't know, or 19 pounds or whatever people were joking about, because that's not my reality. But the reality is that no matter how I move my body or the things that I used to do for my body, I was still gaining weight. I was still getting these chronic migraines. And I apologize if the traffic's a little loud, but I needed to get outside and get some fresh air and have my feet on the ground. But it apparently is a busy time of day. So what was I saying? That just, yeah. And then, I was constantly getting on the scale and weighing myself. I'm like, what the hell? I'm working, I know what to do for my body. I know how to nourish my body. And nothing seemed to budge the weight on the scale. Nothing seemed to budge the pain I was feeling in my body. Nothing seemed to budge the pain that was in my head. And then you're really tested about that whole self-compassion thing. I was like, oh, man, here we are again with this one. But maybe that should be one of the lessons that I learned too. I don't think I learned that one yet, so we won't talk about that. But it is this idea of loving my body. And so it took me the entire year. And I tell you what, it wasn't until December Whereas, like, I'm no longer going to weigh myself. I don't own a scale, but I'd always go and check on my mom. I'd help her out a lot, and so she does. So I'd always jump on it when I was there. So I was like, no, every time I go to her house, I am not stepping on that scale, because you know what? It doesn't matter. It's just a freaking number. Just like my age is just a number. And I'm healthy and I'm strong. And yeah, migraines are not necessarily a symptom of a signal of great health. There's something still going on there. But it is this idea that I can love my body and send my body compassion and love, and not worry about the changes that I'm seeing or feeling in my body from that lens of criticism, that lens of judgment or comparison, because I'm not 20 anymore. God help me. Oh, good. Could you imagine if you're near 50 and someone told you, hey, do you want to be in your 20s again? So many women would be like, hell no. Because this is a great time, even though there's some weird things going on in the body and your skin is changing. You look down, you're like, where the hell did that come from? That wasn't there yesterday. But for me, it was just like, okay, I'm going to now look in the mirror and be like, you know what? It's different, but it's still beautiful. You know, it's different, but it's still beautiful. It's still me. And the great thing is that, because a lot of times we would joke about how, you know, I'm getting stronger in my mind and more clear and present with who I am, and then all of a sudden the body starts to fail. And it's just like, wait a second, can I hold on to that while I'm getting like so clear and strong in my mind? But you know, you have to be clear and strong in your mind to be able to accept who you're becoming and what all the changes that are happening. So it wasn't until December that I was like, okay, this is my body. And I love her. And I love her. I love her for all the imperfections on the skin, which are actually just, you know, just beautiful marks of the life that I've lived. And the weight is a little bit different around my hips and my belly and my thighs, and it's okay. I'm a woman. I'm a fucking woman. I'm not a little girl. And it's okay. And I've earned all those lines that are appearing on my face, and it's a sign of wisdom and a life well lived, and I'm going to continue to live this life very well to the best of my ability. And the more I can love myself, then perhaps maybe whatever is triggering these migraines will start to subside, because I did wake up with the beginnings of one today, and it's taken me all day to get to this point where I could actually do this video. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, there's a lot more I could say, but essentially it is like, we must love our bodies, ladies, women, and even young women, girls, because this is your best friend. This is the body that you were born into, and she is with you from that first breath that you take to the last breath that you take. So she's going to be with you through every experience of your life, and is going to record every memory, every moment. So love her. She's not going to go anywhere. So you might as well treat her as your best friend and send her some love and compassion and nourishment, and be like, some days it hurts. Some days it doesn't look the way that you had envisioned it, or whatever vision somebody put into your head from some weird like Cosmo ad. But yeah, so love your bodies, ladies. All shapes, all sizes, whatever is happening in your body, wherever you are in your health, love your body. Okay, so I'm out of here. So until tomorrow, my friends, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.